Yes, we are really seeing crime. Welcome. I am Lady Zelda. I had to take a minute to catch my breath. Literally twice today, I'm almost saying bad words, and it was intense. But I'm going to say, we've got some new energy here, and we need to talk about that as well. First of all, did you not love the fact that these people walked in the courtroom this morning like they were just like, hello, right? Welcome, everyone, to Seeing Crime, and we certainly have seen a lot of that today. I'm Lady Zelda, and I'm here, and I had to take a breath. We've got a lot to talk about. Today is some planetary transits that yesterday we had a really, really good day. So today is March 20th of 2025. These dear people have been around the courthouse since 8:30 this morning. Hanky, Mr. Stiffy, if we're on a first name basis with him, tried to pull a fast one on the defense team of Karen and go into another court with Turtle Boy. And that was a fiasco. And they surprised him. And he was nervous. And you see it. And I'm going to tell you something. I respect this judge because he was asking Brennan the hard questions. He was interrupting him the way he should have been. He allowed the defense team to speak on Karen's behalf. I don't know if he is going to allow this motion, Rule 17 motion. It's a stretch. And it was definitely a sneaky thing because they weren't even on the docket this morning. So if it weren't for Turtle Boy finding out, they would never have known. So I don't know if you've seen the footage, but them walking into court, the Fantastic Four plus, walking into court, owning it, at that moment, I wanted to put each and every one of their faces on Mount Rushmore. I'm not kidding. That was just such a proud moment. And the other proud moments today were definitely of David Iannetti standing up to Auntie Bev and telling her. It was Robert Alessi, right? Hello. Robert Alessi. That drives me crazy when Brennan calls him Alessi. So Robert Alessi, being this expert of expert attorneys on experts, standing up for what he knows, and then Alan Jackson standing in and saying, we want to bring this FBI witness there. And then Auntie Bev. Well, I need to see a standard. You know what? I don't yell at TVs because it's a waste of energy. But I sat there and basically had to click. I had to click and pause and say, excuse me, Auntie Bev and Brennan. Let's call Colonel Noble in, the one that just found Proctor guilty for not conforming to those rules that state police have. Let's call him in to testify. Should we do that? I think we should. This is a mess, but Karen's going to be okay. One of my favorite things was the look on her face when she was looking at Brennan when they first walked into the courtroom this morning. She turned around in her chair and she was giving him a look like, what are you doing? And who do you think you are? Oh, I loved that. Everything's going to be okay. So this energy that we've got going on, my darlings, today is the first day of spring. Congratulations, we made it. But there's some other things. So we've got winter behind us now. But spring now, March 20th, we are now in Aries. Aries is in the first start. Actually, we're starting the new zodiac year. Today is the first day that, like, we have this brand new beginning, a brand new year. So in essence, we left behind Pisces. Goodbye, fishies. We left Pisces behind. So that was the end, an abrupt end, right? And coming into this brand new beginning, tomorrow we have 3/21. That is a countdown. We're not going back to court until Tuesday at 11 a.m. Eastern. Be ready, because tomorrow there's going to be some energy put into place, and you know it's the countdown. 3, 2, 1, blast off. And this is going to be the start of this holy moly, because I'm going to tell you, it is very evident today that the defense team is no longer taking any snark or any crap of Brennan nor the judge. And they're coming back and they're talking because they have to. You see, they're doing everything that they can legally, but they're also standing up for and approaching that line where they need to do that for Karen and for justice for John. I heard the sirens a little bit. We know who was outside, but some of these motions in lemonade, lemonade. Oh my. So take a breath, my darlings, and there is a card, 2 cards that fluked out. These are the telepathy. I almost said telepathy. Now, I think what we need to do, because no, I did not attend the remedial English speaking course that Hank Brennan did of Pinocchio, so it is telepathy. So if we have to take up perhaps some type of donation, I have 2 or 3 cents that I can put in for him. No. Okay, anyway, I want to make you smile. Look at this. Love and strength. This is setting the stage for this particular reading because it is this important. It is very important today. Love can conquer everything. Now, if any of you want to take that as a screenshot, you're more than welcome to and use it as your wallpaper. But let's not forget this one. Strength. The power of love. See, isn't that amazing how that happens? No coincidence. The power of love is like a magnet drawing souls together. There, you can take that as well. Love is a common denominator. Well, it's not an intimacy love right now. It is a love for justice. It is a mutual love of this defense team that have morphed into friends and into this dynamic force to be reckoned with to receive justice for John. And by the way, if you're not aware, the defense team got up today and said they are introducing a third-party culprit defense, and they have named Brian Albert, Brian Higgins, and Colin Albert. And look out. Y'all better get lawyered up. And for those of you who watched that documentary on Max or ID Network about Karen, you know, a body in the snow or a man in the snow, whatever that was, I'm not a fan of it. But the one attorney, the one that was kind of a gray, white hair, was really nice. He had a really good defendant. He was a defense. That's Colin's attorney, and they did not disclose it, if you didn't know that. So we're going to put these to the side. We may reference them again. I want to find out now what this energy has in store for us, because I'm going to put these to the side as well. My telepathy cards. All right, here we are. Now, I'm also going to ask you to please, let's be careful what we put in the chat. Phonetically spell things out. Put asterisks in, please. Had a little issue, and I don't want to lose anything. So if you'll do me that favor, I would really appreciate it. Okay? So end of that story. What do we see in this? Oh, hello. What do we see in this cloth? And it is energy galore. Okay, so we're going to ask spirits, guides, angels. We're going to come at this differently today, because I want to really dig deep into this. You may want to get some snacks. I know you're tired because it's been a long day, but let's get some I want to talk this through. I want to talk this out a minute. I may just be silent for a few seconds while I, put cards out. Just so you know, if I grow silent, I'm listening. And you know what? I can't hear if I'm talking. So I'm listening to I'm listening to the air and the wind, to the environment. I'm just listening. So if I grow quiet during this time, please know I'm okay. There is sound. I'm just working through this because we're going to talk about some things, and that's how to do it. All right, here we go. Now, I'm going to put the kipper to the side for a minute, and I'm going to pull out just a couple of these cards. Okay, so here we are. Sorry, I keep moving my camera because it looks like it's not focusing. Okay, here we are, my darlings. Here we are. Spirits, guides, angels, touch this. Give us the energy and let us know where this is going. Now, these cards, sometimes there's misspellings. It's not my fault. I'm not the manufacturer. These were not manufactured in the United States. Don't know where they are. I mean, read between the lines. It's not going to affect the meaning, and I don't want to be like the phonetic police or whatever it is. All right, here we are, my darling. And speaking of which, I'm not a lawyer, not a doctor. I'm not law enforcement. This is an entertainment channel, so I'm just here to report the news and our opinions, and I'm here to entertain you. I hope you are entertained, and if you are, please do me a favor, subscribe, like, and all that goody stuff. And I am a tarot profiler, psychic medium, and we're here to get some answers and just see what we can come up with, because, we need to blow off a little steam, and this is fun, right? It's just entertainment. Here we are, my darlings. We can't make this up. It was just nothing but total drama today. Nothing but total drama. Oh my goodness. Well, we definitely have the attention. We have the attention of the elements, of the spirit, of the universe, of the angels and guides. Watching the shite go down. We certainly have been, we certainly are, and we certainly will be. We're going to put this to the side just a little bit. I love this, don't you? Get your popcorn out. Enjoy the gossip, because there's going to be a lot on the Twitterscape today. I still call it Twitter. It's X. And no, I don't post because I don't feel like getting ranged over the coals. Whatever that word is. Ranged. All right. We had this yesterday. It certainly was a message of concern last night and into today, someone that I know and love, that is another channel creator, emailed me and said, "What the heck is this?" And then I looked, and wow. It was a tweet from Turtle Boy saying they had to be in court today. Okay. This is Morrissey, and he is on, we're going to put him here. He is on the witness list. They don't want him to be. But I'm going to put him here. I'm going to put him here. And there's a reason. We had a sudden wealth of information and definitely of dramatics today. And we certainly had a show. Now, this is what I'm talking about 2 days ago. Was very important on the 18th. And then yesterday. And we've worked into this brand new beginning. Now is the time to approach this childlike, wide-eyed, happy. There's a couple of things that I can't say. I'll try. But let's not talk about them in the comments, okay? Because I'm not accusing anyone. It's just, I don't know, a thought, a question. You know, I'm wondering, there are two deals that seem as though, I can say it that way, are going on behind the scenes. Perhaps a handshake or even more. Don't guess, because I'm not going to tell you in the comments. That is Auntie Bev. And that is John's card, the Temperance card. And I heard him today with the sirens. There's the Empress. And that goes over here right beside this child, because one thing about the Empress card that we don't normally mention is that she is expecting. And look at the waterfall. So will we be getting something soon about the waterfall? Should we expect something coming from the waterfall? But this is a birth of a brand new beginning. Sorry, I don't want to get it out of frame here for you. And you see, she's also harvesting, which tells me, and this is for the CW now, we're looking into this case. They are about to reap what they're sowing, which I think the crop is going to fail. And this is representing today the Seven of Wands, the skirmish, even to the point where Auntie Bev said, look, we're not, hello, tone it down a little bit. We're not going to get personal, because Alessi and Brennan were squaring off. They didn't lock horns, but they were about to. And Brennan came out with the snark again. But you see, this is a fiery element, and the CW knows they have a lot to lose. And my question to the universe is, does this handshake of something going on behind the scenes affect the fact of, will they dismiss some of these charges? I think the more we go on, and I still do not see this happening April 1st. I will go on and say that. But the longer this goes, And I believe it will probably start in May. But the longer that this goes, the CW is going to figure out they don't have a plan. And if you take a good look at the witness list for the defense, they've got Peggy O'Keefe on there. They've got Annie Chung, who is the neighbor of 34 Fairview. We've got, the FBI consultant, Courtney's Proctor, Michael and his wife. Oops. Sorry, we need that. See, I'm in total agreement of this. That there have been some things that perhaps have been a little bit overlooked. That maybe were not deemed as important as what they really are. This 10 of clubs is also pointing to sudden wealth, which I also feel that Karen, there's going to be a benefactor for Karen. We may not know it because usually when you donate like this into large sums, you don't know it until after. But there will be someone who lump sums her, and I can say it that way because I believe it's significant. Now next week we have a Dauber hearing for ARCA, and this will be interesting too. So prepare. Just prepare. The truth is being hidden. See, there's some things right there, and look where it falls. We know this, but this is confirmation. The 7 of clubs is a security, and look, this is the Queen of Diamonds, and that is a card that can be Jennifer McCabe. That can be Colin Albert. A man, and that is John. They've not missed anything on purpose. It's just something that is not been brought to much light. Anger. Some money, yes. And that's over here on this side. Because that's very true. Because now Karen's going to have to pay for ARCA witnesses to come over. And if we think that these guys eat at McDonald's and they sit coach on the plane, no. This is definitely a loss. We're going to have to just leave that out there for the time being. Yeah. I still see that because the heat, what's that song? The heat is on. Yeah. Constancy, meaning consistency. The eyes of heaven are upon them. The bad actors. Fortune. And look, here's the thing. A lot of this stuff is just going to happen like what? Like what? This happened? A surprise out of the blue. Like incoming. We don't even see coming. Now that part I do not believe we're going to be blindsided. I believe it's going to be jaw-dropping, as in positive. A fake person. There's several. There are several. And there's the family room, which I feel now the CW says today, and that is Bev. The CW said today that they can prove that John wasn't in the house, and they've got text, metadata, blah, 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 whatever it is. Tisk, tisk. Don't you tell a fib. Another one, Pinocchio. Telling these fibs in court is not going to serve you, sir. The King of Cups. Oh, I love this. This King of Cups is Mr. Reed. He is sitting there over the water because, you know, Karen is a Pisces. She's a water sign. He is the stability behind this. He is the word of reason. He knows. He's been around the block. But he's Karen's rock. He's Karen's rock. Three of Swords. This has been a little on the heartbreaking side. We're going to stick that right there. And from now on, if you see me blur out any part of a card, it's just that, take my word for it, it just has to be that way for a little while. Okay? No worries. I don't want to concentrate on some of that stuff and put it in the chat because the algorithm watches it. This is more important than that. So keep a mind out. Keep your mind in place to watch. Keep your eye out is what I meant to say. Brennan will still talk about abandoned. Watch for it. I still feel that he's going to say, I don't have to read the cards. I don't have to be a fortune teller. I don't have to be a psychic. I don't have to be. That is still coming. And when it does, I know I'm going to be laughing. There's more to come. Prepare yourself. Next week is going to be tough. And here comes Sam to bless the reading. She's just going to walk through. Thank you. She's going to be... No. Erase. I had Sam on my mind. This is going to be this next coming week. So prepare. Tomorrow is 3, 2, 1, blast off, right? We're starting this brand new zodiac year. And then on the 29th, we have a solar eclipse, which catapults us into things. And we're almost done, like a week away from the Mercury retrograde going direct and maybe 2 or 3 days of shadow, and then we're back. So hang in there. Copycat. Things have been copied. Check yourself. That means you can check, figure it out. Check on it yourself. Everyone is tired of the drama. Everyone. So the most important thing is today that they're starting to now get their points across. I believe that we're going to start seeing some of these motions come out. We might even see one in the rest of the day, but I don't think so. It's too late. We may see some come out. I know we'll see some come out before the end of the week. There are some things that are due on Monday. I love you. That's all I can say. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for understanding. Everything is good. Everything is wonderful. Much love. Don't forget to like, subscribe. I do want you to comment. Let's keep this very positive going into this time, okay? Happy New zodiac year to each and every one of you. We're going to be celebrating. Get ready, because Saturday night is going to be wild. I know it. Thanks a lot for being here. Much love, my darlings. And I will see you all very soon. Bye for now.